Hi, I'm Robert O'Brien from O'Brien Guitars. Welcome to my instructional video on how to do a Florentine cutaway guitar. So you may be asking yourself, why even do a Florentine or a Venetian cutaway for that matter in the first place? What is the purpose of that? Now, if you only play cowboy chords up to about the 4th or 5th fret, you can turn this video off right now. Another reason for doing a cutaway is it looks cool. It's a really modern design. I really think they look really sharp, and it's an opportunity for you as a builder to show off your handiwork. So basically, I've divided this video into 3 parts. The first part is the design element. There's a lot of different things you need to do when designing your guitar if you're going to do a cutaway. The next element I'm going to talk about is the execution of that design aspect. The third element I'm going to talk about is the actual binding aspect of this. Once you get past the design and the execution, you've got everything put together, you got your box closed, then you have to bind the instrument. Before I start removing material here from the side of the heel, let's talk about some of the variations you can do. For example, when your cutaway is coming in, the side here is flush with this, and that's important. There's a little bit of a radius here, so I have to make this match that. There's a nice little trick, I'll show you how to do that. As you can see, a classical guitar adds a degree of difficulty to the cutaway because of that Spanish heel neck. The steel string guitar is a little easier, in my opinion. So there are a few things to think about as you go ahead from this point, as you move forward. The kerfing. When it comes time to think about your braces here, for your top and your back braces, be careful that, so on this side here, I don't have to have a binding going in under the fretboard here. So I'm just going to leave that alone. All I need to do is extend this channel on up here to where it meets the neck. I trim it just a little bit long. Now you can come in with your chisel and do the mirror trick again, or you can take it to your sander. Now it's time to do the back. And like I said, we're going to do the back exactly the same way, except on this end the binding comes all the way across the center line and then makes the miter right here at this corner. If you're going to cut it wrong, cut it long. You can always add more. You can't put it back. So make sure that they don't miss a line. Now, since you're doing the CA glue method, there's no excuse for stuff like that, especially on your mitered purfling lines up around the cutaway area. Make sure you take your time to get all of that stuff nice and pretty. So to cut the 45 on the binding, I'm just going to use my mirror trick again. You can see there, once it gets to 90 degrees, now I'm going to come in after removing my fence here. I've sawed all the way through the side. Now I'm going to come in with just a very small chisel here and remove that side. All right, folks, here we are after I've cleaned it up a little bit. I've scraped it and sanded this area, and all of the miters came together perfect.